Condos, townhouses, and detached. Here's some interesting stats about each of those in Hamilton that you probably didn't know about. So my name is Chris Cipriani with the Cipriani team at RE/MAX Escarpment, and please feel free to subscribe to this channel, like this video, hit that bell button to get notified anytime we do put out another video. So townhouses in Hamilton. So we've had an interesting year. The year started slow in January. As we've heard about interest rate increases pausing, we started to see the market pick up. This was reflected in months of inventory. So months of inventory is a good factor to look at to say, are we in a buyer's market or seller's market? It was at 2.5 months of inventory, and it started to drop every month, February, March, April, May, and then as soon as we started talking about interest rate hikes, things slowed down again. And of course, that months of inventory creeped up. However, the good news is we didn't see a drop in price. So things are still holding strong. We started the year with the average price of townhouses, and freehold townhouses, of $745, and we're still at $758. So just over $10,000 of an increase. So where's the opportunity when it comes to townhouses? Well, as we see months of inventory increase, and with the looming possibility of another rate increase, they're kind of sitting a little bit longer, and you might be able to get a deal on some of those properties. And we know the market has been driven by this talk of interest rate changes or actual interest rate changes. So what do you think is going to happen the next time we talk about pausing interest rate increases, or what we'll probably see next year, talks of dropping interest rates? We're going to see a lot higher than a $10,000 increase in townhouse values. So if you can get in now with that lower mortgage amount, you know probably in 1.5 to 6 months, you're going to see a huge increase on your investment. Now, of course, for me, townhouses are ideal for obviously first-time buyers, but also small families, young families, growing families, right? That's a perfect starter home. And we're seeing more and more actually downsizers going into townhouses, even 2 or 3 stories. They're not always going to those bungalows or condos. Some people still want their independence. They still want a backyard. So those townhouses are going to be desirable for a wide net of buyers. So let's look at Hamilton condos. All right, so condos have been an interesting one, mostly because there has been a large inventory of condos readily available. We've actually seen from January to now prices drop. The average price of a condo, an apartment style condo, have dropped from $526,000 to $485,000. That's a pretty steep drop for any condo owner. Now, they had probably the least amount of a drop from when the pandemic, the peak of the market, to the slowdown happened, but we are still seeing a little bit of a slowdown with condos. Now, where is the actual opportunity when it comes to condos? And this is going to roll into detached homes. So if you have a detached home, we've actually seen the average price of a detached go from $811,000 to $935,000. So I don't have to spell out the opportunity, especially if you're a downsizer that does want that condo. We actually are seeing nice square footage condos readily available and not going into multiple offers. So you have that increased amount of value on your detached home, and you're able to probably scoop up a condo for a good price. Now here's a bonus tip. So say you're thinking of downsizing, but you're not ready yet. You've probably lived into your home for a long time, you have some equity. You can tap into that equity now, buy a condo where you want to live, in a building where you want to live, rent that out for a year, 3 years, 5 years, until whenever you're ready to downsize. You know the equity is going to go up, especially as interest rates come down. And when you are ready to get rid of your home and actually downsize, you already have the place to go, and you've capitalized on 2023's lower condo prices. To wrap up condos, it's a pretty versatile investment, whether you're using it as a secondary property to rent out or for yourself. It's pretty straightforward what you're getting with a condo, and we know, of course, right now, prices are a little bit lower, but they will eventually come up. So with detached homes in Hamilton, one interesting fact that I am seeing and why we're seeing a big increase in price is they're just not making enough of them to keep up with demand. You see tons of cranes in the sky right now in Hamilton because they keep putting up condos. They probably are putting up some townhouses here and there, but the least amount of construction that is happening is for detached homes. So if you can get into a detached home, it's safe to say over the next 10 years, you're going to see your value increase. It's just a simple supply and demand. There's a lot of people demanding those, not enough houses to go around. So to wrap it all up, this year is really a year of opportunity. When people are scared or nervous, there is tons of opportunity. There's less demand, which pulls down on price. However, we know where this story is going to go. We've seen it before. The second things switch with interest rates and more immigration and people coming to this country, we know where the prices are going. So your opportunity is 2023 and probably the beginning half of 2024 as well, before things start to really ramp up again, with the average price of homes going up quite drastically. And you want some more, please like and subscribe. That is the way I know you actually like our content.